quarterback competition in Washington, Luke. Talking to you because you're the Sam Howell guy here.
I mean, you guys know where my mind's at with Sam Howell.
I know, but apparently not the same place that Ron Rivera's at. Ron Rivera says Sam Howell is starting the offseason as the QB1, but he may not finish the offseason as the QB1. Jacoby Brissett apparently is getting talked about just as much as Howell. Jacoby Brissett's impressing. I think Rivera also said basically like if Sam Howell does what he should be able to do, then he should be able to stay as QB1. But to me, one, it sounds like a little bit of like a kick in the ass, like put your chicken tenders down and read the fucking playbook.
Yep.
And two, like I do think he's on a short leash though. I don't think he is like won the job and he has a season to prove it. I don't think he has a full season.
I don't disagree with you. I actually very much agree with you on that. My whole thing is Washington, and I guess you probably can't think of this like when you're a coach, right? Washington is probably not going to win this division, but and we talk about this a lot. Like we know what Jacoby Brissett is. As much as I love him, we know that he'll keep you in games. He'll get you 187 yards, a touchdown, and an interception a game. Is Washington's run game good enough to support that? I don't think so. I think Washington just has to go. I mean, they drafted Sam Howell for a reason. They knew once Taylor Heineke's gone, they knew the Carson Wentz experiment wasn't going to work. There's a reason that Sam Howell was drafted. I think you have to go and let him cook for at least the first 5 games of the year and see what you have in this guy that you spent draft capital on. I think if things go wrong, come week 7, then I think we start having a bigger conversation about maybe we get Jacoby Brissett a start or two and get Sam Howell back in. I don't think Sam Howell is going to be the savior this year or anything like that. But I think they need to at least get him some time. I mean, investing what was he, a 3rd round pick, 4th round pick for some team? I mean, that's some high draft capital. I think as Washington, you just have to let him cook. But who the fuck knows what goes on in Washington? They're going through like their 18th name change in 4 years. But I mean, if I'm Washington, I said the same thing with I think I said it with Christian Watson or something on Lombardi Sweep. But you have to at some point you have to see what you have in guys, and I think this is a perfect opportunity for Washington to do that.
When coaches pull this shit, it's one of the coach speak things that pisses me off the most. He's not guaranteed the job. Well, no shit, he's not guaranteed the job unless your name is like Aaron Rodgers or Josh Allen. You're not guaranteed anything. But to your point, Luke, he's like you drafted this guy. Like, is Jacoby Brissett really going to do that much for you? And even if he does, like, best case scenario, Brissett probably gets you the lowest wild card and you get absolutely spanked down the road. Does a full year of Sam Howell put you any more behind the 8 ball than Brissett would? I don't see how it is at all. Like, we talked about Matt Corral and the Panthers. He never even got a shot. You have to give this dude a shot at least.
Yeah, I mean, that should hopefully be 100% correct. Yeah, we know what Jacoby Brissett is. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. He's not a franchise quarterback. Sam Howell, we don't know. You have to let him go. And he looked fine towards the end of last year when he got a shot. He started that one game, I think it was. He looked fine. There's stuff to build on there. But they kind of got cursed with the bye week. They got a week 14 bye, like the Packers did last year. They play at New England in week 9. So I assume Jacoby Brissett makes his first start there. Yeah. I feel like you can't play the Patriots and have Jacoby Brissett on your team and not start him.
Right.
I feel like that happens every time. And they play versus Philadelphia the week before that. So Sam Howell's probably going to get a little too cute, get his head taken off or something. Or get blown the fuck out. Who knows? But yeah, to your point too, like, if Sam Howell starts and he's terrible, then good. Like, you have a better draft pick.
Right.
There's no point in winning 7 games with a Jacoby Brissett.
I'm also
fucked.
Right. I'm also a big proponent of, there's not a lot of film on Sam Howell. Like, Ron Rivera can do a lot of shit right now with Sam Howell that teams have never seen before. And maybe come out and win 2 or 3 games to start the year and kind of put the NFL on notice. Will teams adjust probably very quickly after that. But I don't know. I think you can get a couple of easy wins if you I'm not a smart enough offense coordinator or anything to know what it is, but I think you can do some things with some of the guy you've never seen before.
And I think the reason I wrote this down, like, I think some people are thinking, who cares? Sam Howell, Jacoby Brissett. I think for redraft leagues, you're probably not drafting either of those guys.
Agreed.
So my question then is, does your opinion of the other Washington players change depending on who's at quarterback? Because for me, I don't think it changes much, but maybe a little bit.
I was gonna say I don't think so. Like we said, we know Jacoby Brissett can get the ball out, and I think Sam Howell can get the ball out. Like am I drafting? Am I staying away from Terry McLaurin if either one of them are starting? I don't think so.
Correct. I think I like Antonio Gibson and Logan Thomas slightly more with Brissett. I think he'll throw to the running back and tight end a little bit, but not dramatic in the absolute slightest. Like I'm not going to move people very much.
I'd agree.
Yeah. So don't hook yourself to either quarterback for dynasty, I don't think. But don't make any crazy opinions on the rest of the Washington guys. I'm starting to come around on Antonio Gibson. You guys are going to have to talk me off the ledge at some point.
I will very easily.
I think he's finally going to be used in the role that I was hoping he'd be in his rookie year. Like, I think J.D. McKissick's dead for NFL purposes, and he's just going to be the pass catching guy. About time. Weird that the wide receiver turned running back and maybe be your pass catcher. If that's the case, I like him.
Yeah, I also am starting to like Logan Thomas again.
Love Logan Thomas, and he's going to be super disrespected this year. Where do you think he's getting drafted amongst tight ends?
I would say 30s. I'd say somewhere between 25 and 35.
Well, not in the top 50. Tight end 57.
Crazy.
What?
Behind Cameron Latu with the 49ers.
Oh, my goodness.
Crazy.
Is there another Washington tight end ahead of him?
So just don't draft a tight end this year. Like, if you're not going to get Kelsey or Andrews, what's the point?
He is behind Dan Arnold. How do you feel about that?
Where's Dan Arnold's in Philly? That's tough.
It is tough. I think there might be 3 Philadelphia tight ends ahead of Logan Thomas. That's so low. Shane Zylstra's tight end 41. Let's dial it back.
There's not 3 Packer tight ends ahead of Logan Thomas.
Luke Musgrave is 37, which should go up. DeGuara is 43.
What?
Tucker Kraft is 66.
Okay.
So
I was going to say, if Kraft is ahead of him, we got to redo all these rankings.
Yeah. He beat out Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper 64.
So disrespectful as well.
That is really disrespectful.